All right. Now we've got section 4. Complete the notes below. Write one word only. Remember one thing. If your section 3 goes badly, don't worry about that. Section 4 will give you another opportunity to come back to the game. Okay, there are 10 more questions here. Sometimes students miss one or two answers and then they lose their hope and the whole test destroys. If you miss any answer, let it go. Don't try to catch it and then move on to the next one. Now, complete the notes below. One word only. Episodic memory, technical topic. It's all about memory, our memory, how we retain things and all that. So part 4, the topic depends, the level of difficulty depends on the topic as well. For example, now we have episodic memory. If you have learned anything about memory and all that, you'll find it easier. But otherwise, it can be a little confusing. But anyways, let's do. Episodic memory, the ability to recall details, for example, the time and dash of past events. Two things related to past events. And answer is one word only. One is time. And they will not use the word time. For time, they will say when an incident took place. When means time. Right? And the second thing they mention, that will be your answer. Okay? After time.
Today, we'll be continuing the series of lectures on memory by focusing on what is called episodic memory and what can happen if this is not working properly. Episodic memory refers to the memory of an event or episode. Episodic memories allow us to mentally travel back in time to an event from the past. Episodic memories include various details about these events. For example, when an event happened and other information such as the location.
So, what's the answer? Location. When an incident happened and other information such as location. So, answer is location. Question number 32, different to semantic memory. Now you will read all the points with episodic memory. For example, episodic memory is different to semantic memory. Let me tell you, if you don't know what episodic memory is, what semantic memory is, don't worry at all. You just have to fill in the gap, right? And they will speak the same word in the audio. So, episodic memory is different to semantic memory. The ability to remember general information about, underline general information about. And now listen carefully. For general information about, they use the word knowledge of. Knowledge of, OF off. Okay? So whatever they say after knowledge of, that will be your answer.
Episodic memory is distinct from another type of memory called semantic memory. This is the type of factual memory that we have in common with everyone else. That is your general knowledge of the world.
That is your general knowledge of the world. Now notice the point, general information about the world and general knowledge of the world. Okay? Let's go on, which does not involve recalling dash information. Now, it is going to be strange, but for information, sometimes they use the word experience. Experience, okay? So, does not involve. Does not involve, for that they can use the word it does not depend. Or it isn't dependent. Isn't, does not, have not, anything like that.
To build upon a previous example, remembering where you parked your car is an example of episodic memory. But your understanding of what a car is and how an engine works are examples of semantic memory. Unlike episodic memory, semantic memory isn't dependent on recalling personal experiences.
Okay, isn't dependent on recalling personal experiences. Isn't dependent, does not involve. Now they are synonym. and recalling personal experiences. For experiences, they use the word information. Answer is personal. Very good. Okay, question number 34, forming encoding. Now, encoding involved receiving and processing information. Okay, the more dash given to an event. For example, answer is detail. The more detail given to an event. Underline the word more. In listening part 4, for more, they commonly use the word level of. For example, level of details given to an event, more details given to an event. They are synonyms. Okay, now whatever they say after level of, it will be your answer.
Episodic memory can be thought of as a process with several different steps of memory processing: encoding, consolidation, and retrieval. The initial step is called encoding. This involves the process of receiving and registering information which is necessary for creating memories of information or events that you experience. The degree to which you can successfully encode information depends on the level of attention you give to an event while it's actually happening.
Okay, so the level of attention you give to an event while it is happening. So correct answer is attention. Okay, let's go on. Question number 35. To remember, underline the word remember. For remember, they can use the word recall, recollection, right? Remind. Maybe, yeah. It is useful to have a strategy for encoding such information. Now, to remember what? What is it that you need to remember? Remember, recall, bring to your mind something. Answer will come after the synonym of remember.
Encoding of episodic memories is also influenced by how you process the event. For example, if you were introduced to someone called Charlie, you might make the connection that your uncle has the same name. Future recollection of Charlie's name is much easier if you have a strategy to help you encode it.
Okay, future recollection of Charlie's name. Now what is the answer? Name. To remember a name, it is useful to have a strategy for encoding such information. For example, I meet someone and he says, my name is Yasin. I say, I have a colleague, his name is Yasin also. I can connect that, right? Yeah. So this is how you can connect the names and you can retain them. Next is consolidation. In consolidation, how memories are strengthened and stored. Most effective. Now, consolidation is most effective when memories can be added to. Another good technique. Underline the word added and write there linked, connected. For added, they use the word added, linked, connected, joined. These are synonyms. So next, whenever you see any of these words, they can replace it with that, right? So consolidation, most effective when memories can be added to a. So memories can be connected, linked, or joined to something.
Memory consolidation, the next step in forming an episodic memory, is the process by which memories of encoded information are strengthened, stabilized, and stored to facilitate later retrieval. Consolidation is most effective when the information being stored can be linked to an existing network of information.
Okay, can be stored, linked to an existing network of information. Now what is the answer? Network. Can be added to a network. Okay, question number 37. The dash of retrieval affects the strength of memories. So the dash, for example, the power of retrieval affects the strength of memory. Okay, now for the dash of retrieval affects, Let's see, what do they use for that?
Consolidation makes it possible for you to store memories for later retrieval indefinitely. Forming strong memories depends on the frequency with which you try to retrieve them. Memories can fade.
Okay. Frequency. It depends on the frequency with which you try to retrieve them. Now, frequency with which you try to retrieve them means frequency of retrieval effects. Okay. For of, the synonym is with which. Okay. Next, retrieval. Memory retrieved after often depends on using a prompt. For example, the dash of an object near to the place where you left your car. Dash of an object. For example, you parked your car near a pillar. So the size of the pillar, the shape of the pillar, or anything like that. For object, they may use the word object, tree, pillar, post, or anything.
The last step in forming episodic memories is called retrieval, which is the conscious recollection of encoded information. Retrieving information from episodic memory depends upon semantic, olfactory, auditory, and visual factors. These help episodic memory retrieval by acting as a prompt. For example,
now answer will come because they've written EG. EG means when they say for example, then answer will come. Okay?
When recalling where you parked your car, you may use the color of a sign close to where you parked.
Color of a sign close to where you parked your car. So sign is object. Color of a sign close to where you park your car. Correct answer is color. Okay, question number 39, episodic memory impairments. These affect people with wide range of medical conditions. There is no question, but underline the word medical condition so that you know audio is here. Now, when they talk about games, you have to be alert because your answer is related to that. Games which stimulate the dash. You know, we commonly say games stimulate the mind, right? So games which stimulate, some games stimulate your body. Like they have some games which involve physical movement and all that. Games which stimulate the dash have been found to help people with schizophrenia.
There are a wide range of neurological diseases and conditions that can affect episodic memory. These range from Alzheimer's to schizophrenia to autism. An impairment of episodic memory can have a profound effect on individuals' lives. For example, the symptoms of schizophrenia can be reasonably well controlled by medication. However, patients' episodic memory may still be impaired, and so they are often unable to return to university or work.
Until now, there is no answer. Okay, we're going to listen on because we are interested in games. So in part 4, sometimes the audio continues for 1 or 2 minutes and then the answer comes.
Recent studies have shown that computer-assisted games designed to keep the brain active can help improve their episodic memory.
Okay, computer-assisted games designed to keep the brain active. Designed to keep the brain active means stimulate brain. Answer is brain. Okay, stimulate and keep the brain active. Keep active means stimulate. See, a lot of part came and answer was in the last sentence. Last question number 40. Children with autism may have difficulty from forming episodic memories, possibly because their concept of their, what do they mean by their? Children. Now underline the word concept of and instead of that write sense of. Sense of, concept of, idea of, feeling of, something like that. So answer will come after the synonym of, sense of, concept of, and all that.
Episodic memories can help people connect with others. For instance, by sharing intimate details about their past. Something individuals with autism often have problems with. This may be caused by an absence of a sense of self. This is
Absence of a sense of self. This self is like you say myself. S-E-L-F. Yes, self. You will write self, not selfie. So correct answer for question number 40 is self.